Did I hear that right? Monsieur Neuvillette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Neuvillette! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. This is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Thank you for your concern, but I currently have no such plans. Oh, apologies. I took your question in earnest, but it now occurs to me that it was most likely in jest.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today.
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady Farina. She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her.
Judging from Sidine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Come on, stop being so secretive! We still have no idea what's going on!
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and a more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines. All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex, and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations. Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway, so how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together once I'm done. Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first. Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using... Please allow me to rephrase. Has it...
I never thought I'd see him here.
Kiara.
Monsieur Neuvillette! And oh, I remember! You're the Traveler! Aw, she's adorable! Hey there, it's nice to meet you! Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now! The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious? Did you... Nope. I don't remember me.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the we can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us.
Sure! Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget.
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Oh.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. See you around. So, Kiara, how old are you?
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that? Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us.
Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two?
Oh, they're the Traveler.
I thought so. What brings you here? Did you run into...
It's not really trouble.
May I begin inspecting the stores?
Of course.
No hazards detected.
That was quick. What were you inspecting?
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melusines have special things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melusines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's...
Strange?
Gotcha! Ah! Charlotte, what are you... Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter.
Threat letter? What threat? This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to...
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. Oh, what a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
All right, then.
What? Someone's target... Shh, not so loud. It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her? I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, but I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
Well, that was a nice chat.
What do you think? The design.
I think it's great. Haran, what are you doing here? It seems that you just shipped.
As I passed by the Palais Marmonia, I heard that Neuvillette, technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right. I happened to have some time at the moment and came to take a look. I sometimes...
Neuvillette sure is lucky.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neuvillette.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Cloran. She offered to...
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I have come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry, I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room. Have you made any progress?
We skipped through some of them, but there's so many documents like...
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break then. Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mammonia for matters. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps?
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Neuvillette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like D-Luke. What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old...
What did you think?
Since you're the chief...
This water is indeed very special. It would not... I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate...
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope.
How regrettable. It seems like you...
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's... Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon? We are allowed to bring that up, right? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't...
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, perhaps the elemental dragons of...
True.
I have been holding on to these But there is one thing I've discovered. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between human...
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but that's why I'm quite
Are we gonna continue...
I wasn't able to find any leads, even at...
Water? Do you mean...
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against... Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by Perhaps we should go.
Monsieur Neuvillette? I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's
Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me.
A safe distance? Oh, it's glowing! Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The Court of Fontaine is truly incredible.
I understand your excitement, although I have
I know, but not only can I repay...
but a meaningful life. Oh,
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. In truth, I've never really for almost 20 years. We've stayed...
I understand your confusion. I too came here for it.
Really? The truth is...
Logically speaking, both different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening. There aren't many suggestions.
Oh, I'm confident that we'll...
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead.
Huh? Is he the
Yes? Do you have any
That stone-faced human...
He is an earnest man. There...
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh... Hello, I'm Carol.
Get away from here! I'm calling the guard.
Please, calm down.
Hard to Yeah, we should probably stay away. Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway?
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that...
Go away!
I'm not leaving. We joined the Maréchaussée family.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you. So tell me, how can you guarantee...
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting, there have indeed been an increase in cases recently.
Even the captain of the security...
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah, I don't understand.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine.
Monsieur Neuvillette, I still want to try a little harder. Okay, I won't be taking any more...
Give them to me.
You're...
We'll hand them out together. The faster we...
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. It won't be long before Melusine's...
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still...
You blockhead!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust you... Please be on your guard.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Medal of Peace?
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette.
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an so quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder.
I guess you're right. Ugh, if he just left...
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the Court of Fontaine and don't ever come back.
The results of the investigation are in.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that they tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, the guards were stopped by the...
And she called me. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth?
The situation had rapidly... Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur...
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all...
Restrict access?
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little... She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off. I should have known. Those cowards don't... Can you understand how I feel? Right now...
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette...
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the crimp, apparently, he resorted to I'm thinking... Oh, bail him out?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened...
Yeah, that's right! This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be...
Monsieur Neuvillette...
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, I understand your decision. Which is why personal justice does not... Therefore...
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought.
Vautrin, my friend.
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed everyone. Is this what justice...
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the oratrice will now according to the judgment of the oratrice...
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive...
How can different species...
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memory...
Wow, the Hydro Dragon is more powerful... Anyways, the last time we came here,
It is as you said. This might be... It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all water.
That sounds awful.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by which ones? It's fine. I prefer not to speak of... It was a coincidence, but perhaps you should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this.
Paimon, don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon...
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated... However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. I don't know what caused this to happen, but...
Oh! Didn't we read about...
You've read about it. In that case, the...
Huh? What are you doing here?
Nuvia! Nice to see you!
I've heard some things. But rumors are abroad that someone's scheming, so I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all...
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around.
So that's what Sharp...
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be...
You know, it could be. Anyway, any progress with...
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with us. We are planning to return...
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neuvillette, do you...
I have already considered that possibility, and what is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. I hope the same won't happen again.
Strange. What are these... Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against Amelazine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice...
What? That's it! Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal them.
That's exactly what I think about how much we...
Everyone, please stay alert to your
It feels like you've been following me this whole time.
We were informed that. Nope.
Have you had dinner yet?
This isn't a good time.
Come on, don't act tough.
All right. You shouldn't ever skip meals. Is that...
I heard even Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duty?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together.
That's more like it. We should...
Come and fight me instead!
Have you heard? Even the Special Patrol came to... Shh! Look!
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is true.
So...
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return. The smuggling case was... The list of involved suspects...
What does it say?
The principal offenders, Domenico, those with close connections or... Among them, surveillance of...
So many names.
Yes, there is something... It seems like he's closely related to the court...
Monsieur Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula, he said, and I quote, we have...
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly?
I, too, am perplexed. The cafe isn't...
Whoa.
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden...
Invite them over.
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here. And...
Yeah, it's our...
But... Oh, well.
Yes.
You're Essa?
Yes.
Did you write that threat?
I did, but I was...
Orders from...
Domenico. He was my boss.
Domenico? Where is he now?
The fortress of Merope.
Well, I'm afraid even... Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourself.
You've done more than enough.
Leave the formalities for later. If he really is the one setting up the
All right, then. Let's head to the...
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a great...
This isn't anything new. Let's assume we've gone through the... I do remember a thing or two about...
Who does this guy think he is?
He once attempted to, I said. Meaning, to be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator.
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar... That's an easy one.
Oh, did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened? Sijuin! Yeah, and where did that really... is...
There's no need to worry. Clarand is...
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... is...
Head nurse. Do you... Writhsley? Okay, I get it. I'll bring... Think of it as more of a humble thanks for the trouble.
Whoa. If Paimon were you here...
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure... But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and make yourselves at home. Our dear...
Please come with me to the infirmary. And what...
Here you are.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Please rest here. Oh, and would anyone... Paimon's thirst is a warning sign that I'll bring you some tea. Typical Sijuin. Why aren't you two saying?
You noticed them too. The badges...
Familiar. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad idea.
Flicker.
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you
What's that?
We have a very long history. We have never had many members. Helping each other is our
Sounds like a pretty...
But people...
Interested in joining the mutual... If you'd like to learn more. A slogan may have evolved. Here, this book...
You two look... It's the symbol of the mutual aid. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals. The first president of our network was an amazing person. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Here you are.
Did you manage to gather...
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace.
I personally crafted 2 of them. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire.
Oh, so the network... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his...
All right.
Allow me to introduce this. Why don't you explain everything?
Neuvillette? What do you want? Calm down. I mean, was it your idea to... Hassan has already confessed. That idiot! Let me ask this another way. Who is pulling your...
What? You're not trying to frame me... It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the...
I admit I acted on... I can do that.
You see, we're all...
I only intended to do some small business at first, after making a few trips, but I refused to accept any of that.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines?
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the forces of but for some reason, in the end I had to redirect my focus onto Melazine. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated, but the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your... No. Is it true that all members... Yes.
Sijuin, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned...
Yes, I experienced a similar...
And how long ago?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people...
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for...
Monsieur Neuvillette, when people refuse to place their trust for almost 500 years, people no longer have any... Right now, your every decision will...
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with...
I am undeserving of such high... It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. It is unnecessary to hold me in...
There's no need to be so much. You're no longer that outsider you were before.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too?
Thank you for the offer, but... Well, some are here to redeem themselves. The less time I spend here, the better.
In that case, I'll have to insist.
Please.
The first is about the guard who helped on...
I know of what... The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memornia's staff. However, as I mentioned...
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your imagination... Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize. I'll have a chat with the guard.
I see no issues with...
Great! That's one thing
The other thing was born from...
Yep. Neuvillette thought...
I noticed the small gang as well. I've looked into their fount, according to existing In other words, how he...
What? During his trial, I could sense that...
Perhaps he had been...
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relation. Thus, the more... And to those who had been sitting on the... That's all from me.
I don't have anything to say. Well then, let us...
Please, take care.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes hey!
What I really every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you.
That is, as I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since these changes were not due to any specific, I will try to contemplate this further.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice. The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way...
At the Palais Marmonia, I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel...
Well, now it looks like the dust has to celebrate this joyous occasion.
That's not how you say...
I will Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them.
Yes!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to... I hope it will assuage...
Oh, an exclusive! Don't let anything hold you back.
I agree.
Don't let anything...
I agree.
Kiara? It's quite all right.
And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis.
Do you
thank
remember
you, Monsieur.
Domenico?
Let me think. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. In my dream, she looked really happy. I can't remember what her...
I can sense your joy.
Oh, I almost forgot. I promised to Mom.
Of course.
See you next time, Miss...
See you next time.